And just like that, we are live once again. Welcome to Key and Carry, where we key.
And we carry.
And ain't nobody here yet. We know. But shout out to the people that are gonna watch this in the playback. Shout out to the people that will watch this after this goes live.
Mhm.
Shout out to the one person that's here. Um, whoever you are. But this is our review for Chasing Atlanta Forever, season 6, episode 11. You got a friend in me.
A friend of me, baby.
My
You
goodness.
got a friend of me. Because when you say a friend of me, I don't know why I'm thinking Kelly Price for some reason.
Wait, she has a song called that?
I don't know. Shout out to Kelly Price wherever she may be. But
My goodness.
I could go tagging Jatwan, a friend of me. I'm still trying to figure out what that folder that Jatwan has of him attack. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have the floor. I'm sorry, you have the floor. My bad. I'm
It's
so
called
sorry.
You Have a Friend in Me. I think a couple of people on the show have something else in them as well. Not drugs. Not drugs. not drug allegations. I just meant,
Not that
hostility,
slander, baby.
jealousy,
Good.
resentment, all of that. So but yes, this is our review. And I also want to say so sorry that I wasn't here last review. I was definitely out for the count. But yeah, shout out to you for holding it down.
Yes,
Being
mama
the creature to my
backwards.
JT. My
Yes.
goodness.
Minus the golden showers and the scamming.
Oh, you know what?
I'm just saying.
Nobody highlighted that, but I appreciate you for doing that. I appreciate you for mentioning that. And speaking of being mentioned, shout out to Ashley Monet with a new
Yes, thank you for being
user
here. First of all,
photo. Shout
happy
out
New
to
Year,
you.
everybody. I keep
Yes, yes.
forgetting, like, start of 2024. Yes, happy fucking New
Mm-hmm.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
And shout out to you, Ashley Monet. But
Yes.
yeah. Do we want to get okay, let's do our general thoughts. How do you feel about this episode in relation to the rest of the series? Um, or do you want to talk about the drama first? Like, what how you feeling? I guess
Um, that's general thoughts. Run down the
general
episode
thoughts.
and then we
Okay,
can get to the foolishness.
okay.
So,
Ooh.
this episode, I was cute moments. Overall, I was bored. Um, like you said on camera, a lot of he say, she say. That's a tongue twister, and I finally nailed it. Okay.
I
Anyways,
wish he would have been cleared to
it's
have
just
that.
I'm
Not to
good.
cut you off, but he should have been cleared to have that song by Ashley Tinsdale. She has a song called "He Say She Say." I wish they would have cleared Chasing Reality to use that on YouTube because that's what was in my head.
My
He say, she
goodness.
say.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
sorry to cut you off.
no, you're fine. You're good. It was a okay episode. Not too much happened.
Hmm.
Honestly, I hate saying that I'm bored when like I watch these shows, but I'm kind of like I was a little bored. Um,
Yeah.
there's just not enough. It's not enough meat for me. It's like
Hmm.
it's like when you get a rib that you think is succulent, and
It's just a
it's
now we
just
two greedy bitches. Cause I was just about to say it's like making like a cake, but the cake like the ingredients are like off. So it's
mm-hmm,
too sweet or it's too this. Like and I feel like the ingredients are like, the drama, the tension,
mm-hmm.
the chasing, the triumphant moments, all of that. And I just feel like it's a little off. So this cake did not come out the way we wanted it to come out. Or the ribs aren't ribbing the way that they should be ribbing.
Yes, it's mostly just grizzle and it's fat, but
Yes.
um,
Yes. I can
no
I
shade
can
to the
definitely agree with
Chasing
that.
Reality production because we love you guys.
Is
This
it their
season just
fault? I don't think it's their fault. Like production. Do you think it's production's fault? I guess I'll ask.
that is an interesting question. I don't think it's production. I don't think it's production because there are some cast members I feel like they are willing to like kind of let the audience inside their life. They're not afraid to be vulnerable. They offer more than just drama. So
Hmm.
that being Willa, because I absolutely adore and love Willa, Dom, um, Jay, and Tonka. Even Kane, like Kane, King Kane, he came in hot, but I feel like with I guess the progression of his relationship with Tonka and like launching his sex toy line. He kind of took a back seat, and I'm kind of getting to know Cedric, as he says. I should not have said that like that. I'm getting to know Kane, so shout out to that. But
Okay, I'm
Kane
here
is a
for
key.
it.
Kane is a key.
Cedric,
But
he
yeah,
looks like a
Seth,
Cedric.
yeah, I don't think it's production. I think it's certain people, as you talk about it, call she hoes. But
Yes.
yeah, audience, also let us know in the comments how y'all feel about episode 11
For
and the
sure.
season in general. Is it hitting for
Yeah.
y'all? What a hit for.
You know what, you a fool for that one. I wasn't expecting that. But I agree with you. Like I feel like there's just something about this season. It's just not grabbing me. I feel like maybe it's the drama. I'm just struggling to care at this point. I also feel like a lot of the like off camera, off show drama is kind of overshadowing the show. I feel like so much drama has happened like since they've aired the show or like since they've been airing the show that it's kind of like why even like I don't have as much interest in the episodes now because of all the stuff that's coming after, or that's coming outside of the show, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Um but yeah, I just kind of wish that they could put like a cap on that and like get more focused on the show, especially since people are spoiling stuff and like just talking about shit, and it's just like we ain't even got there yet.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I do think there's a lot of he say she say. I feel like a lot of people are sitting down with people that it's like they should be sitting down with the person they have the issue with, but they would rather sit down with somebody else and talk about that person. And I feel like when the person's not there in the scene, y'all can't really have like a back and forth because it's just you talking. And it's like, I'm over this. I'm ready for y'all to sit down and have like a understanding. Um, but yeah, or not, or just stop talking about it because it's
Facts.
just kind of hard for me
Now,
to care.
I was thinking like I wouldn't really mind the drama as unnecessary as the fucking drama is if we got like the grind and the hustle from Chasing Dallas season 3, baby. Okay, or if we got the
Mm-hmm.
hustle and the grind, or the chasing and the grind from last season of Chasing Atlanta. Like, I feel like this drama and then the cast kind of not really. Again, I don't know if this was like a cast issue, but like the cast kind of really not showing much. Like, the cast not really chasing. I feel like this season is just kind of built on drama. Like we've had like a few events and performances, but it's not like, to me it's not chasing Atlanta. It's really just
Yeah.
chasing gossip. And then the gossip isn't really. It's not. Like I said,
It's
it's
not
not interesting.
hitting.
Like, bitch, let's steal somebody's
Yeah.
credit card. Like,
Not commit a felony, a misdemeanor. Crazy.
be a scammer. That's not. Let me say. Let me backtrack. That's not interesting to me.
An
Scamming is not
Atlanta
interesting,
scammer.
but it would make an
Jesus.
interesting storyline. So
Yes.
scam somebody and get some real drama going. Like all of this.
Yeah.
I'm aggressive. What did Jay Twan say? I'm aggressive. I've done it. I've done nothing to be aggressive. It's like, girl, we don't care.
You know what I think happened? I feel like some of the people came on. Maybe they got the invite at the end. Maybe they got the invite late. But I feel like some people maybe didn't have things to show or to chase. And like now, I mean, Jay Twan. um, Kane has things kind of like lined up, so I can't really say that about him. But I think Jay Twan for sure is just. It seems like he's just causing issues just
Mm-hmm.
because he found out he was going to be on this season and he didn't want to be seen as like a boring person or forgettable or just in the background. So he decided to amp it up.
That's crazy. Cause you amp it up and now you're really gonna be forgettable. Cause like once the season ends, nobody's gonna be like, oh, remember when Jay Tom was being like messy?
Nobody's going to want to be around you.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
it's gonna be like, oh, who was that like annoying light skin with the colored eyes on that last season of Chasing Atlanta that was like rubbing everybody the wrong
You don't have to mention this man was light skinned, but go off.
way.
I just wanted to highlight some comments. Ashley Monet said, "Happy New Year! I'm excited to see what the new year brings for the channel." Yes, thank you so much, for just
Yes, thank
supporting
you.
us and putting positivity on our name. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Um, Also, hey, G baby, who baby, thank you for
Yes,
being
in the
here.
building. Happy
Yes.
fucking New Year, everybody. Thank y'all for being here.
Yes, appreciate it.
Also, let us know, like off topic, but let us know in the comments how you guys spent like the holiday, Christmas, and like how you guys brought in the New Year. Was you under a man? Was you on top of a man?
Oh,
Let me know, or let us know. I'm sorry.
did you start the new year in the toilet from drinking too much before the ball dropped? That's what I want to know. Because I feel like that's definitely a way to start a new year. Just vomiting, and it ain't even struck 12 yet. And you like
already in the toilet or near a toilet.
Yes. Oh my god.
Shout out to that.
Right. Ashmona said it's not hitting much. There's so much drama on. It's so much drama going on off screen with nothing happening on screen. That's basically what I was trying to say. Like, like I feel like all the drama is happening off screen and it's attracting attention versus like when I'm watching the show, I'm just kind of like, okay, it's not really giving. And that's really saying something if the lives are giving more than the actual episode.
Facts.
No shade.
Now I have a question. So let's say all of this drama happened and then they filmed the season. Let's say like this season, this filming, these 11 episodes just don't exist. All this bullshit happened. Kane drops the bomb. Him and Twix twirl at an event, and then they film. How do y'all think the season would be,
baby?
The final season of Chasing Atlanta, if all the drama and then they film. That would be a crazy. I mean, the drama
that would be crazy.
But that would be a fucking crazy season.
I don't think they would have finished the season
with the chasing.
Yeah, they wouldn't have finished. No shade, but it definitely would have given a G status T. I don't think they would have been able to finish. And that's no shade, but it's just like all the drama that's happening. Like we know drama derail shows. Like
got like 6 episodes in and just been like no.
So I don't know. I don't think it would have. I don't think they would have made it. Hey, Spicy Original, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Also, you a bald-headed peon, also known as Pickens. Thank you for being in the building. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for being
here.
Yeah,
I agree with that. And also, let us know your opinions on this season and how y'all felt about it. It's been a while. It's been draining. And like somebody said, I think Ashley Monet, like it's been draining. It hasn't been like exciting, tea or just something that's interesting and fun. It's been very like, okay, you're spiraling right now, and I don't want to like be entertained by this. Like, but yeah. But okay, do we want to get into the episode? Do we want to get into the drama? Let's save the drama for after.
Yeah, let's say the drama for after. Let's say the drama for for after the review. Also, stick around. We might be dropping. How you feel about dropping a link after the review?
I'm down.
Okay, yeah.
I can't be mad at
dropping the link after the review right before we get into the drama, so you guys can jump in and give your
y'all
opinion.
Thoughts. Your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts.
All this foolishness, but so to get into episode 11,
called "You Got a Friend in Me."
You're a friend of me, baby. No Toy Story, and that's making me want to go watch Toy Story. Shout out to Woody, Buzz Lightyear, people who have the chin of Buzz Lightyear. Y'all the real ones. Andy. Okay, Toy Story is a classic. Anyway, so the format for this review, I'm sorry, I'm lit.
You could.
Favorite moment, shadiest moment, funniest moment, best fit, favorite of the episode, least favorite, and the letter grade, baby.
Okay,
so my first favorite moment, Seven, her discussion with her mom about transitioning. I said in my notes, usually when Seven speaks, I usually just zone out. Baby, I'm used to TV. No shade, but I found
looking out the window.
This conversation really interesting because I love how open-minded Seven's mom is. I love how accepting Seven's mother is. Like the conversation about like the photos and the tattoo. She was like, "Do I get the tattoo removed?" I was like, "Go, okay, Miss Lisa. Yes, Mother Lisa. That's a mother. She's a mother. You damn right, she's a mother. Okay." She said she's gonna get the tattoo. I love how compassionate and just like nurturing and protective like Mother Lisa is of like Seven. Just I feel like Seven's mother kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? She has this level of like maturity in her and growth that I feel like a lot of other black parents lack, especially like with their child like transitioning. So just the fact that
Right.
like her mom was just is willing to accept her and just be like, your former life, how do we handle that? So I like this
I
conversation.
agree with you.
Baby Seven
Yeah.
said she woke up and the girls were on her chest. Now I'm trying to figure out if she was laying on her back and she kind of had like sleep paralysis from the boots, just moving.
My goodness.
That's what I
Like
was
she
wondering.
couldn't sit up because she
Maybe
wasn't
she
used to the extra
was she
weight.
wheezing during that. Was she wheezing during that metamorphosis?
Not a metamorphosis. I'm
Shout out
growing,
to
growing,
Seven.
growing every day, baby. But yes, I also really like this scene. I think a couple people, I'll just say her and Kane, I feel like the scenes that they were in, because I mean, it's no secret, I don't really care for them that much. I don't hate them, but I find them kind of annoying. But I do feel like this episode, the scenes that they were in, I was like, okay, I like this. I like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tolerating it. Like you said, I didn't zone out when she started talking. I was like, oh, I'm into this. But I agree with what you said about the mom for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I put in my notes that I feel like so many parents, especially when it comes to like queer kids, whether you're gay or trans, or even other things, I feel like instead of asking questions about the fears that you have, because I feel like what she was asking about, I think those were fears and concerns that she had. Like, okay, did my son die? Did this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Did that happen? But I feel like instead of like asking those questions, a lot of people will just be like, my son is dead, like not
Mm-hmm.
even asking or inquiring, just treating you poorly because they fear that instead of just asking and trying to figure out how to move forward. So I agree with you. Yeah, her mom is dope. Um, and yeah, I just thought the conversation was interesting because you don't really see conversations like this a lot in media.
Mm-hmm.
Positive conversations,
Right.
where the both sides are trying to understand each other. Um, I thought it was interesting how when she asked like, did her son die? It was almost like Seven was trying to like figure that out too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people be like, no, like, because I've heard like that question be asked from parents before, and the trans person is usually like, no, like I'm the same person. I just changed my gender. So like, of course there are going to be differences with me now, but I'm still the same human being. But it was almost like she was like, well, I don't know. I don't know what to take and what to leave. So
Right.
I thought that was interesting. And I wonder, like, does Seven struggle with her identity even outside of her gender? Because I just feel like, if you know who you are, even when you transition, of course you're going into a different person, but at your core you're still you. And it seemed like she didn't have that, or she didn't know what that was, if that makes sense. So um it was
I,
insightful. It was
I
an
could see
insightful
that.
conversation.
I could see that, and I'm happy that Seven has like, I guess, a friend or like a sister like Willa, who is like,
Can guide her. Yeah.
yeah, and like help her, and So I think that like we'll get to it, but like they said, Seven is kind of, or some cast members said Seven is kind of burning um friendship or burning bridges, and I feel like
Hmm.
with her just I guess at this point, being on hormones for like a year, like, baby, you need as many friends as you can get, because the road, you ain't even hit like the rough patch yet. So
Right.
I really did enjoy the scene. Also liked how the mom, or let me say how Seven's mom didn't make Seven's transition. She made Seven's transition about Seven. It wasn't more
Right.
so about like the mom had questions, or Seven's mom had questions, like you said, and concerns, but it was more so like Seven, how are you doing? And you good? And how are you feeling about all of this that's going on around you? So I thought that the
Hmm.
scene was really dope. Um, Again, baby chicken, and I don't eat coleslaw. And I think she said potato salad. I
I
said
said,
that's a
okay, it's
southern
definitely
meal
the
for you.
summer. I'm gonna say it's
Yeah,
definitely the
like
summer.
chicken coleslaw potato. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
No mac and cheese.
She said, baby, I'm not
Really?
using that oven. It's hot. Ask Berlin. It's hot, baby. Like, I'm not turning on that oven. It's hot.
Facts,
Like,
baby. I forgot
but
that Atlanta, and it is like the
yeah.
spring summer, as Sheree would say.
Yes, heavy into the
Goodness.
summer. But I also want to highlight my shady moment.
I think we have
I
the
was
same shady moment.
okay. Um,
Is it the
okay,
mom or Seven's mom?
yes. Not Seven's mom asking, how many people you gonna have in that one bedroom
In that
apartment?
one
I said,
bedroom apartment.
you
I said,
know
my goodness.
what? I said, excuse me? Shade, but yes, I'm gonna have a bunch of people packed in this tiny apartment. You right, you're right. Drag me, Monique. Yes. And I mean, of course, because they just had the scene is taking place in Seven's mom's home. So it's
Mhm.
like it looks spacious to me. So she was basically just like
She said, how many
in a
people you gonna
one
have in that one
bedroom,
bedroom apartment? I
baby.
said, number one, they ain't gonna be in the bedroom. So that's not in the equation.
Well, you never
Like,
know, child. Some people be at a party, they be all up in the people's stuff
mm-mm.
in the bedroom
Baby, that's
and
when we had the
fireplaces
guard
and
dog
closets.
on
Yeah.
you open that door, you listen. That's when we had the Cat Williams on guard, baby. You open that door, you get attacked. No
You gonna
shade.
hit him with the blame me no kill Bill. Baby, when she opened up that door and got blasted with that rock sword.
There, rock star. Not
Yeah,
that test on her blouse.
my
My
goodness.
goodness.
Well, before we move on to my favorite scene, I just want to highlight some comments. G Baby Who Babes, G Baby Who Baby, excuse me, said, Happy New Year, guys. My holiday was good. Spent time with fam. New Year's Eve, I went to church. Okay, yes, bringing in the new year
Yes.
under the
Watch
Lord.
night. I
Here
haven't
for it.
did a watch night service, I think, since like 2011.
Okay.
It was 2010 going to 2011. I went to like
I
a white
remember
church with
doing
my
that for
mom.
sure.
Hello shit, baby.
Come on, fellowship.
Mm.
Yes. You should have became a choir director.
I should have, because the way old girl got up there performing that solo. No, you know what?
Oh
I
my
couldn't
god.
get up there and do what she did. So kudos to you, mama.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Okay, producer Troy. LOL. That would have been interesting. Oh, it must have been something that you said.
Oh,
Oh, about the
drama
drama
and then
after.
filming after
Yeah,
all the drama.
baby, that's a
Now
now
that's
that's
TV.
TV.
Now that's TV special.
They show up ready to fight. Like nothing even happened yet. Y'all just fighting off of online stuff. But yes. G Baby Who Baby says she loves you a bald headed peon name.
Oh,
My goodness. I just hope nobody
right?
said this to you. Like
Because I
this
remember the
is
first
just
time you like caught that name, and I was like, "Who?" I thought somebody was calling us bald headed peons. I'm
my
like,
goodness. Oh my god. But
goodness.
Ashley Bonet said she spent the holidays with her family and went to two parties. My husband works at night, so I wasn't under or on top of a man.
Period.
You know,
Okay.
Ashley, you didn't even have to answer that, but we appreciate it. You don't even have to indulge Troy's foolishness. But yes, I'm glad that you enjoyed your holidays and went to two
Okay.
parties. Yeah,
Shout out to that.
that's dope. Um, we were at church, Troy, not up under a man like you. Okay.
Listen, I was knocked out, baby. The New Year's Eve, I was knocked out. I
Yes.
ain't gonna front.
Work in
I
the
was
morning. Yes.
passed out. I was
That's
I was
real.
gone.
Hey, Boo Devil Babe. Happy New Year to you as well. We appreciate you for being here. Good to
Yes,
see
thank
you
you
in
for being here, Blue Devil,
2024.
babe.
Yes. But yeah, Ashley Monet, in regards to the scene, she said that was such a touching scene when my daughter came out. I had tons of questions and I had a lot of learning to do. So the scene really hit home for me. Yeah, I'm glad that it resonated with you. And I'm glad that you're the type of parent that would ask questions and not just like shun your child because
Right.
you know, I mean it's a lot for both sides, I'm sure, but I mean that's part of being a parent is like really raising your child. They're not
Right.
gonna be exactly who you want them to be. So, you know. But yeah, I want to talk
True.
about my favorite scene. Um my favorite scene was definitely the scene between one of my favorites was the picnic date between Tonk and Kane.
Okay.
They met at Piedmont, baby. Making his
When the
way
sun was up.
downtown.
When the
When the
sun was
sun is,
up.
of course, when the sun is up. You stay on Demon Time.
What?
Child.
Listen,
Like,
wasn't somebody trying to go to Piedmont Park and the sun was down? I think it was
wouldn't
like
it have been
Wayne
a
and Rico
key?
or somebody.
Oh, when they went to go fight, right? Or something like that. Or when they ended up fighting, Dom and Was it
Diamond
Diamond
Wayne,
Wayne?
and
Child.
the sun
But
that was just the sun was just barely setting.
right.
Foolishness. I'm sorry, Ian. Your
It would
favorite
have been
moment.
it would have been a key if like as the day went on, like as it got like darker, like you just see people cruising in the background, like just
My
walking around
goodness.
oh, it's time to go. It's getting dark. Like but anyway, shout out to Piedmont Park. But yeah, they had their date there. I also wish this show had, I mean, they do highlight the venues that they go to, but I like how they went somewhere like Piedmont Park, which everybody knows about, when it comes to Atlanta. So
Mhm.
I'm glad that they're like having scenes in like Atlanta, like places that everybody knows, like even out of the state or out of the city. Everybody knows about Piedmont Park. Now why they know about Piedmont Park, that is a different story for a different day. But yes, Tonka and Kane, basically, having a date. I thought that this scene was so cute. Like I said, no shade. I just kind of find Kane annoying sometimes. I feel like he can be a little much and it can be a
Mhm.
little inauthentic to me. But when he had this scene with Kane, I feel like it made me like him. I felt like them being in this like space with each other, I think was nice. Also Kane just trying to like understand Tonka, asking about the pronouns and like that whole situation. Um, and just asking about the surgery and just seeming to support him. Um, but yeah, what else was I gonna say? Kane did say something about how he he liked that Tonka is thick and wants him to maintain that thickness. And I said, I do too, but not at the cost of his health. Like if he wants to get some work done for his health,
Mhm.
let him do that. Like, not you out here talking about some, well, I like it. You can't get it too small of an ass. Like, sir, this is his
Right.
health. Like petty, but like it's something that stood out to me.
Child, it's
I'm
kind
just
of giving
like,
the episode of Family Guy when Peter force fed Lois,
oh right, I forgot about
hit
that.
her in the hospital. My goodness.
Yes, it's definitely given a chaser T, slightly chaser, but I do feel like he asks about things outside of just sex with Tonka. So um yeah, I just thought the scene was cute. I think it was shot pretty well. I love natural light,
Hmm. The
outdoors,
background
natural
was
light. Yeah.
gorgeous.
Right. And yeah, Kane basically said he's gonna bring people like together. He's gonna invite everybody for his his toy line release. And I'm just like, child, good luck. Cause they squabbled at the last little situation he had, I think on Chasing Dallas. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
was
because that
that
was
when
when
Trey Womack sprung on three people?
hmm
Not the Halloween party.
baby.
Reese's was out there now. Wig, baby. Trey Womack was in
With
that
the
mess.
bangs. Giving a dominatrix tea. I forgot about that. I was here for it. But yeah, I just thought this scene was cute. I love to see black love. I love to see black gay men, black queer people in general dating and getting to know themselves through dating and like, just connecting. And this has been such a negative season. So I feel like we're really cherishing like the positivity in it. So what were your thoughts on the scene?
I'm finding it interesting that because I felt the opposite about this damn scene. At first,
Really? Oh,
I
gag.
said
Gag
that this was
me.
my favorite moment, but watching it back, I was kind of like Kane is still insensitive. Well, at least in the confessionals, he's still
Mhm.
insensitive as fuck to Tonka's pronouns. Like
Yeah.
if Tonka told you this pronoun and you want to be in a relationship with Tonka, accept that. I'm like, oh, I don't understand it. It's confusing. It's not confusing if you want to be with this person. And then
True.
the whole conversation about Tonka's surgery, like it wasn't so much like the don't get too small, but it was almost like Kane saw Tonka as just like a fetish in that moment. The surgery was like, oh, the surgery came up was like, oh, don't, no, I like you thick, like don't take too much weight off, and like you said, it's like a health risk, but like
Yeah. He's doing it for his health.
yeah, and then
Not
if you like me for who I am, I should be just more than like a figure or physique too.
Yeah. It
So
kind of
like,
reminds me.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
go
what were you
ahead.
gonna say?
Sorry. Not to cut you off, but it kind of reminds me of how like when women have to get like mastectomies, like when they have to get their breast tissue removed, and like I've heard of like their husband saying, "Well, oh, you won't have boobs anymore," but it's like this is their health. Like
Right,
if if they're in danger of being taken out by some disease or by something like, and they need to alter their body to like avoid that, then that's more important
right,
than whether you think they're sexy or whether you're
right.
attracted to them. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, and sorry that I cut you off.
Oh no, you're
Were
good.
you?
No, you're fine. I just Kane is like he's cool. He's growing on me. It's just like I can't
He
get
just does
past
too much
the
sometimes.
yeah. I can't get past like the pronouns. And I know Tonka says she's like what is she? She's teaching Kane or Kane is coming around to like the pronouns, which is cool. But it's just the whole when we together, it's like no, we gotta be respectful. I just think in the moment, and correct me if I'm wrong. I hope Tonka is happy, but in that scene, that moment, it just seemed like Kane saw Tonka as just like a piece of meat. So,
Mm. I
um,
could definitely see that. I also wonder, like, it seems like the way that they like communicate, it's almost like they're joking sometimes, like especially at the end when they were like kind of going back and forth, and he's like, "Oh, you yoked me up, you did this, you did that,"
oh
and I
yeah,
just feel like maybe sometimes the conversations that they have aren't like serious, like it's like a joke, I guess you could
mm-hmm.
say. But I don't think you should still be calling somebody they pronouns. Like
Right.
that's usually not something that people joke about, I guess. But I agree with what you're saying. I just feel like he can do a little too much sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of like relax, like
Yeah, but
But
then I guess that's like his personality. Me, I'm
right,
not into somebody with that much fucking energy. It's
right.
almost like I don't know. It's like having a toddler. It's like no.
Not a Tyler.
We'll put you down
Tyler
for
be
a
getting
nap
into
real quick,
everything
but
too.
no. Shout out to that. If Tonka's happy, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, but they are on this show and we reviewing it. So I mean, I
True.
feel like on top of that, it's like I'm gonna call out the things that I see.
Right.
So I understand where you're coming from. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wish them the best. I do wonder like how their relationship is gonna blossom if maybe Kane just still has to come around, but it's like if he does not if he doesn't see you as the gender that you want to present as, I feel like that's going to cause problems in their relationship down the road because he's going to continue to see you as something that you do not identify as and you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to project. So I'm just curious as to how that's going to work out. But I wish them the best, like you said.
Right.
Um, but yeah, do you have another scene you want to another
Um, Not really.
yeah, good
I
scene
did
to
just
talk
kind of
about?
want to shout out Willa throwing down in Seven's Kitchen.
Hmm.
Like, I'm torn. I don't know if I want Willa to cook me a bomb ass meal or if I want her to just slay me with a bomb ass wig with a bust down. So,
You said a bust
audience, let me know what y'all want from me.
down. You said
Will
a bust down.
a bust down, the 40-inch,
Oh, bust down,
a
baby. I was
bust
like,
down,
wait, what?
40 inches middle parted.
40
Oh,
inches
my
middle
pixels
hearted.
parted. Okay, like
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
period. Okay, now let me know what y'all want, the meal or the wig. Like, but
Yes.
shout out to
I
Willa.
want the
That was
meal
my
for
favorite.
sure.
I just wanted to shout out Willa, throwing down in Seven's Kitchen because the food looked good as hell. Like
Yes.
the
Sorry,
food.
not me chastising you for having your head in the gutter and my head is in the gutter. But yes, 40 inch middle parted, here for it, but I need the food. Because I'm a greedy bitch. So I want to try the food. Um
Yes.
but yeah, look, we can talk about the housewarming since we talked about Seven's scene with her mom. Um but yeah, I that's my first comment. Willa cooks down. Like
Mm-hmm.
so just love to see her cook. I just love seeing people on the show do stuff that they're good at. Why is that so hard to like get on the show for some reason? Like I just feel like we get a lot of the nonsense, but I do like to see people do stuff well. She cooks really well, so to see her putting food together was nice. Um,
For a
and
room full
then
of 30 people.
in a room full of 30 people, so they all smelt that goodness. Um,
Baby.
But oh, I'm sorry. I should have highlighted some comments. I'm a little all over the place, but um let me see. In regards to the date between Kane and Tonka, you about it, Peon said the art of dating is beautiful. Kane is ignorant as fuck. Yes. I guess I do like the dating aspect of it. Maybe not so much these specific people dating, but I do like the whole like courting and back and forth and all of that. But yeah, he does kind of give not ignorant, ignorant. That's what he did. Ignorant, baby. I knew he was ignorant when he said, "Oh boy, wanted water sports on that live." I said, "You know what? Yelling at his car in the wee hours of the night." I said, "What is going on here?"
Baby, it was wee hours of the morning.
Listen, the birds are chirping. Like, the birds are chirping, baby.
Fool, baby. You know what I've been saying for like about 2 weeks. Remember when he showed up to I think it was that damn lingerie party. He showed up in that cat suit. I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee.
Oh yeah. Jay after saying that they gave him an erection from whatever they were talking about, like I was just
like, a fool, baby.
A toddler T. A toddler T. You're right. Because a toddler would do something like that. But anyway,
oh my gosh, I
can't. He also said that's exactly how Kane comes across. He sees Tonka as an object. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Tonka seems to have trouble standing up for himself unless he's angry. He keeps letting Kane slide with the disrespect, and he's ignoring the red flags. I could see that. I feel like maybe he's the type where if he's into you, he will ignore the stuff, but like if he's not into you, he's going to, or maybe when the disrespect isn't like blatant. I mean, it's been blatant to us, but I guess everybody has their own view of that. But maybe he feels like it's not that big of a deal, but to us, it is. Because I see it as a big deal.
True.
You gotta respect my pronouns, baby. The hell? I would take the meal. I'm 36 and never worn a wig. Okay, period. I want the meal too. I want the meal too. Like,
so what meal are y'all taking from Willa? Because yes, I want the wig.
I would say maybe catfish.
See, that was
mac and cheese, greens, maybe some red beans and rice.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
She looked like she cooked with a fierceness. Like she's just.
Definitely. I feel like the catfish is fried hard.
Yes.
it's fried hard. No hard white. No Onika.
Okay. No hard white. No hard white, baby. That, baby. But yeah. But yeah, back to Seventh House warming. This was just another touching scene. I'm glad that everybody was able to come together. I mean, I know she just uninvited some people. First of all, her coming back. Sorry, I forgot to even mention that. Her coming back after she quit the show. I was like, no, girl. Wishy-washy.
I knew she was coming back when she did the confession on the orange dress.
True. Yeah, you're like, you wouldn't do a confession in a new outfit if you weren't staying, but not her uninvited people and then re-invite. I'm like, right, baby. I probably wouldn't have showed up either because this was like
facts.
Marcia,
my Bank of America said pineapples.
Right? Like,
take the fuck out. Like, listen.
Like, nah. You're good. Also, Seven talking about the date between Tonk and Kane. Talk about some. Ooh, this is so nice. This is nice. I probably would have sucked his dick in a porta potty. I said, excuse me. The struggle is real, baby.
Like, not in a porta potty. No, am I wrong if I tell Seven she got porta potty pussy?
You know what? I hope nobody is listening to this
allegedly
allegedly. Without headphones. Sorry if you are, but yeah, that whole comment. I was just like,
I missed that. Not in a porta potty.
And
not in a room amongst your family and children.
Her mom did say like she be, I guess, telling her stuff that like she does not want to know. Like, I'm your mom. Like,
so I'm your parent. I'm not your friend.
I feel like this is definitely something she probably would have told her mama. Like,
not
like we open, but we ain't that old.
Porta potty. My goodness. First of all, there isn't enough space for two people in a porta potty.
Mm-mm.
Number two. Actually, that should be number one. It's a porta
The
potty.
smell of fecal matter is
That's
definitely
number.
off-putting
It's
to
a porta
me.
potty.
it's it's
It
definitely off-putting
is.
to me. The smell of
She would
poop.
have gave him neck
No,
in a porta potty. My goodness.
Jesus,
Now, according to
that's a lot.
Mo, Dollar from the Land got porta potty pussy. Now I don't know. She giving neck in porta potties. I think the next time I see somebody exiting a porta potty, I'm just gonna shred.
They was in there.
I'm
My
just delete them
goodness,
for filth. Like
terrible.
goodness.
I said, just all this off of a picnic day? That's simple as hell. You go to Target or Publix or somewhere, get you some food, get a blanket, baby. Not even in the car, in the porta potty though. That is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. But anyway,
Oh my
I
gosh.
also said I love how they have continued to talk to Seven about her blaming the things that she does on her hormones. I love how they won't let her, slide with that, which I, hold her accountable for the things that she do. I kind of feel like it's not the hormones though. I kind of feel like she always acting like that. It
She
may
was
be worse
messy
just because
last season.
there we go. So I'm like, I don't know if it's the hormones. It might be worse though because of the hormones, but I'm glad that they're not letting her get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then this is the scene we get. Probably my favorite part of the episode is Jay showing up and proceeding to not see it for Tonka and Kane. First of all, I'm just like, I get it, friend. I get it. You are a good friend, and I get it. You want to defend your friend, but like after a while, you gotta let it go, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like let it go. You gotta give. If you like it, I love it. Energy, because I just feel like you doing too much now. It's giving ulterior motives, I
Mm-hmm.
guess you could say. But I did live for his analogy, talking about how I guess you have unleaded and you have premium, and you can't put unleaded into premium. It's gonna fuck up your engine. Or you can't put unleaded into like cars that need premium because it's gonna
Yeah.
fuck up your engine. So that sent
Mm-hmm.
me, and I was not ready for that. I said, come on, analogies and metaphors, like
Baby.
um
You can't put 87 into a Corvette. It's only 90 or 93
fucking up
octane,
that
baby.
engine though.
I had a boss that was like, "Give me 93 octane." I was like, "What the fuck you talking about?" And it's the number on the pump. I didn't know. Like, I was like, "Oh, why didn't you just say premium? You fucking
Right.
idiot." Well, I guess I was the idiot in the moment for not knowing that octane was gasoline. Anyway,
My goodness. You think he was trying to flex on you by saying
he
it like that?
probably
'Cause I
was
ain't
with
never
his
heard
snake
that.
and ass. He most likely
My
was.
goodness.
Goodness.
Well, but yeah, the gas analogy sent me. And then we also get like Willa talking about like her issue with Jay Twine. I feel like it's not personal, honestly. I feel like Jay Twine is just swinging, and whoever he hit,
Mm-hmm.
he hit. And I just feel like, Willa seems like the type of person where it don't matter. If you try her, she coming for you. So I just feel like this is a Willa's chance to like not let people get the best of her and like control her emotions. She's been doing good this season, but I just hope that this doesn't spiral into something, even worse. But from looking at the trailer, the rest of the season, I think that ship has sailed. But I just said, yeah, it's not personal. Like I feel like sometimes you have to know when people are like trying to antagonize you and not take it personally. Or like when they're dealing with their own stuff and they're projecting it onto you. So like I'm not gonna let you disrespect me, but I hear you over here talking. I'm just gonna ignore you because you got your own shit you dealing with. So but yeah, Oliver and Willa talked about that whole situation. And then the speech that Seven gave was nice, talking about, her transition and her getting her house or getting a home and like, just growing as a woman, as a person, and like the people were deep in there. So, clearly she's loved and supported. So shout out to that. Because the girls were there for sure. But yeah, did you have any thoughts on this scene?
I just thought it was really, I love when the girls show up or when the cast is just supported or surrounded by family and friends. So I did enjoy the housewarming scene or just the scene, just to see everybody support Drew because I think it was Willa in her confessional that said a lot of people who transition don't have, family to,
Right.
lean on or to support them, and Seven has that. So like she's one of the lucky people. So I did. I like the scene a lot, and then I really enjoyed what Willa said when she spoke on family. So I like the
Right.
scene. It was
Yeah,
cute.
it was a cute scene for sure. Love to see the love and the positivity and the support.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, did you want to talk about any of the other scenes? I know there were a couple scenes. Um, sorry, not me. Leading this, but where do you want to go now, Troy? What do you want to talk about?
Excuse me, you good. No, I didn't really have any like I guess anywhere like standout scenes. But I guess like the something that stood out to me that was funny was when Kane asked Tonka like, "Are you gonna be on my lingerie party? It's a week after your surgery." And Tonka was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." I was like, "Bitch, a week post op after a major massive surgery? I think you still be healing, Miss Mama's like." I know
Yeah,
you want to show off that body, but I don't think you can party after a surgery like that.
yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I also caught that. I was like, "Are you sure you're gonna be
Yeah,
okay? You
like
gonna be able
isn't
to?"
your like mobility like limited?
Yeah,
Like I just thought that was funny. Kane was like,
yeah.
I don't want to see pussy. I was like, goodness.
What's that recovery period looking like? No shade.
Right?
Like, yeah.
Goodness.
I'm
Kane,
I'm
aka Mr. 50 Shades of Grey. Cause that's what it's giving.
child
Especially
more
after
like
what's up
15 shades of gray.
at
Like he ain't at the 50.
Kane
Like,
on nutted in a little bit. My
yeah.
goodness.
But
Jesus.
but yeah, speaking of speaking of nutty, I had a couple of comments about the Kendra and Wayne sit down.
Yes, let's get into that because that was
First of all, Wayne has been annoying me, but also is hilarious. The way he is clearing the girls in the confessional, calling them dumb bitches,
my
calling
goodness.
them all types of shit. I was like, damn, Wayne, like you mad as hell. You mad, huh? But yes, I'm like, he is definitely trying to drag the girls. Um, I said JT's confessional hair was a lot. It was definitely giving Busta Rhymes,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I wish it was locked up instead of like just the strands, like the hair. I wish he would have had locks instead. I think it would have looked cooler, maybe. But so basically they have like a sit down. We were born. They basically sit down with Wayne, and then they invite Kendra later to basically just discuss, their relationship at the moment. Of course, the cops were called, the ambulance was called, hands were put on people. So I want to say shout out to them for trying to bring people together, even though I don't know what their motives are. Hopefully it's genuine, but I'm glad that
It was definitely
they're
the for Kendra and Berlin's attack team Wayne because that's definitely what it gave.
okay.
They
I'm
definitely had their
I
foot on
don't,
Wayne's neck. I mean,
I
as they
don't know if
should, but
okay.
it was definitely seemed like a double team type of.
I didn't really get that vibe, especially since I don't think that they were. I feel like it would have been a tag team if like one asked the question, Wayne is talking to them, and then another one jumps in, and then they're both just kind of like going back and forth. I feel like they both approached him with their own separate issue. And when they did step in, it was like, oh, well, I understand where this person is coming from because of X, Y, and Z. Not necessarily like I'm jumping in to attack you, but I'm jumping in to give more context to the situation, if that makes sense.
I feel like Jake Jatwan did that, like on Wayne's behalf. I feel like
Hmm.
Berlin was kind of not really aggressive towards Wayne, but like when Kendra was like um telling her side of the story, I can kind of see like Berlin not really chiming in, but she was definitely like taking Kendra's side, like, oh, as a woman, I can see where she's coming from, and I just feel like Berlin was, I won't say mad at Wayne, but a little, maybe had a little animosity towards Wayne, and
You
she
think
kind
the
of
whole like you think the airport situation
yeah,
was bleeding
still
into
fits. Yes, I think it
okay.
left a bad taste in her mouth. So um, I feel like Berlin kind of not used Kendra, but she used Kendra's whatever Kendra is feeling towards Wayne to piggyback, and it wasn't really like a double team, but yeah, it was to me it was like a double team. At least on Berlin's part, handicap, if you will, because
Yeah,
Kendra
I'm
wasn't really like a double team, but I definitely saw Berlin jumping on like
jumping. Oh my goodness.
Kendra's
Well, he
coattails.
did ask if he was gonna get jumped. And I said that would have been crazy if he got jumped by both of them. That's
My
I
goodness.
mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna make light of that because she did end up putting her hands on Wayne. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see it that way, to be honest. I feel like with Kendra, I feel like they address the situations at different times. And I feel like to me, it didn't seem like she was trying to like, it didn't seem like she was trying to like, it seemed like she was trying to give more context because I feel like what she was saying was very like direct to the situation. It's not like she was throwing shots at Wayne or like derailing the conversation. I feel like she was just adding more context. And I feel like I get what you're saying, but I feel like maybe it's just because what she went through, like she's trying to like connect the dots, if that makes sense. Like, oh, you
Mhm.
probably did that to her, you did that to me. Like, so I don't necessarily see it as a tag team because I feel like it seemed like they were coming from a place of understanding, not necessarily a place of like you're bad and you're this and you're that. Like I know like Berlin said at the end of their like conversation about the airplane situation, like, oh, like you'll do better next time. So I felt like she didn't really leave the conversation like pissed. She was just more like, now you know. But how do you feel about the whole airport situation now that we have more information, I guess?
I'm still trying to figure out how Wayne boarded. Like, if they were together, how did Wayne board the plane before them?
I
Maybe
think
they were like in different classes or something. But
maybe, or maybe they
honestly,
got stopped and he kept walking. I would
I'm.
assume.
I mean, if Berlin was with Jatwan, like I don't think I would have got off the plane. Like no shade.
I mean, I mean, I see both sides. On one hand, I'm like, if I don't know what's going on, I mean, if it's my friends and like something is happening, I feel like my friends don't act a fool. So if something did happen, like I would be like, okay, something must have really happened because I wouldn't expect this from my friends, you know. So I
Right.
probably would get off, but I can see staying because it's like, okay, especially since he said Jay Twan was, I guess, acting a fool, and we know
Mm-hmm.
how Jay Twan get down. So I don't know. Was Jay Twan putting 20 on 10? And that's what really caused the situation to really escalate. And so it's really nothing that Wayne could have done. And so he decided to stay. I don't
I'm
know.
also wondering, like, at what point at the airport were like they acting up in line? Was it like to board the plane, or was it like the
That's
security
also a
check?
good point. Yeah.
Because like if they still have their phone, why not call Wayne and be like, "Hey, there's this issue. Like we need you right away." Unless they
Right.
didn't have their phone, but I'm thinking if I have my cell phone, I'm definitely gonna call Wayne to let him know like what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
It seemed like
um,
it would have been at the check-in because they addressed the way that she was dressed. And I don't
okay,
think they would have let her get past that and then only to come back and be like, yeah, you're not dressed appropriately.
okay,
But I guess you never know. But that's also a good point because it's like there's usually a lot of time between getting checked in and then boarding
yeah,
your
boarding,
flight. You know, most people get to the airport early, so it's like
yeah.
there's that space. So yeah, that's a good point. And I think I told you off camera when we weren't on live yet, but I just kind of wish that they had went over the events of the situation in person, like in the scene. That way, like things could be corrected, you know, while they're sitting there talking. But when they say it in the confessional, there's nobody there to be like, that's actually not true or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So, um, but I know you did say that Berlin mentioned that they weren't acting a fool, but then I'm like, what's acting a fool to her? Like, I don't know. So, um, it's unfortunate we don't have much context, but
Right.
it is what it is. I did feel like it's interesting that he decided to leave her, but when I guess they were stranded, you know, she let him stay in her hotel room. So I'm never like a big tit for tat type of person. Like, oh, I did this for you, so you got to do something for me. But like, I do feel like it does shed light on their character if like somebody had your back and then you're like, no, I'm
True.
gonna be about my business. But like I
Mhm.
said, I see both sides. Let us know what y'all thoughts are on the situation. Moving more towards the Kendra and Wayne situation. um I just feel like they have a very like toxic relationship.
Mhm.
Like, just I feel like they both have done things to like kind of hurt the other, I guess you could say, or take advantage of the other. I feel like Wayne probably should have just been, her friend, and like they should have just been musicians together. I don't think he should have been her manager. I think it's commendable that he's her manager. Because of course, like Kendra is somebody that is not there's not a lot of trans rappers, so I do think it's cool that he decided to support her in that. But at the same time, I just don't know if he had the ability to really manage her the way that she needed to be managed.
Mhm.
And then on top of him being like a musician himself, I do feel like that's kind of a cause for resentment, because you want to do music too, but like you as her manager, your job is to manage her. It's
Right.
not really you know, a back and forth thing. It's more of like, if you're going to be her manager, that's your job. Like, it's about her. It's about, now she needs to be putting in effort too, but like it's really about her and her music. But at the same time, I feel like Kendra, um putting your hands on Wayne is a no-no. I feel like not only is it unprofessional, but y'all are friends, y'all are close. Like, why would you
Mhm.
even feel the need to do that? And of course, like, I am not a big fan of women putting their hands on men, just like I'm not a fan of men putting their hands on women, because it's like, he is not going to hit you, so why are you even trying to go there with him? Like, it's unnecessary. But what did you think of that little portion of the scene? Did you identify with one more than the other, or did you think they both were
Honestly,
wrong?
I thought they were both wrong. Like
Okay.
I said, in relationships, friendships, communication is big, especially when it pertains to like your brand or like your career. So
Yeah.
Kendra felt like she was stagnant. She should have communicated that to Wayne. And if Wayne wanted to become like a solo artist, he should have let Kendra know so she could have like been looking for other management.
Right.
So I just feel like it's 50-50. They're kind of both at fault. I'm on board with you with like Kendra assaulting Wayne. Like, that's lame as fuck. Because like, if he hit you, you be wanting sympathy from like the audience and all types of shit. And
Hmm.
just from like listening to the conversation, Wayne said that I guess their most recent incident or the last incident wasn't the first time that they like she put her hands or Kendra put her hands on Wayne. So I
Right.
was like, Kendra, like you my girl, but excuse me, like it's never okay, especially as an adult. Like, I know we all go through shit, but to physically lash out at
Right.
somebody when there's so many different like outlets to release that anger is like whack to me. Like, you can put it in a
Right.
song, like you can rap, sing, or like go work out or something, but I don't know, just the
You said put it on wax.
baby, put it on paper,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Put it
Put
on
it on the
paper.
floor, baby. She getting her money, but I'm getting more. Okay. Put it on the
But
floor.
anyways, but yeah, I said hitting, like assaulting your friends or like your partner or spouse
Right.
is whack. Like,
Inappropriate
as
for sure.
adults, yeah, we definitely have to learn how to positively release our negative energy. Like, so
Right.
hitting your
Yeah.
friends is whack.
I mean, I wish they had somebody to guide them. I feel like, there are people on the show that are mature, like Tony, even like Tonka, like,
Mm-hmm.
who I feel like they know how to handle things, but like it's almost like there's nobody guiding the group. There's nobody that's like, you know, a positive force, I guess, for the entire group. So, um, but
That would
yeah,
be Mr. Top Talk,
baby, yes. Where's Mr. Top Talk?
right?
Um, shout out to Rico with a
Rico
K,
with a K,
but
baby. Yes.
probably up under what's oh boy's name from Chasing Dallas? Probably up under what is his name? I'm so mad I don't remember. Light
Not Carrie
skin.
D.
Yes, up under Carrie. Remember they had that scene together and they was flirting.
Not the two light skins flirting. I do not remember that.
I think they went to Chicago or something. It must have been Chasing Atlanta. Yeah, it was Chasing Atlanta.
Okay.
They went to Chicago and
I
they were flirting.
remember. Okay, I
I
do remember
remember.
that.
But yeah, he would have been a good addition to the show because he definitely had a good, like, a lot of positive energy, I guess you could say. But I said also Kendra's skin is glistening and the bobbies are bobbying, if you know what I mean.
Yes. I said the dress is barely holding the girl's hand. I'm like, at that point, like,
I was like, whoa, this is jam packed, baby. Like, this is...
the girls were girling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kids, you know you wrong as hell for putting on that small ass dress.
Right.
So big ass breasts. Like,
I said, do we need a blur?
And you know what's crazy? She was adjusting herself at the table and it had Jatwan gagged.
Right.
He was like, how do we fix this? She was like, how? What's going on? Like, goodness, this Kendra adjusting them big ass boobs and that dress, baby.
Baby, I said that's a lot. They might have to stop filming and reset after the nipples were being shown.
Yes, I did. Yes, I agree. Kendra's skin looks really good in that scene.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Chocolate, baby. Chocolate.
Yes. But yeah, I just want to highlight this comment real quick. Spicy Original said, what experience does Wayne have in management? I don't know. I have no idea. And that's no shade to him. I was wondering, is he even qualified to manage her? You know, does he have the connections? Does he have the professionalism? Does he have the knowledge of the music industry? You know, it's just kind of like, does he have these things to kind of like put her where she needs to go? Because it's almost like, you know, he feels like he's been working so hard, he's given up even personal relationships with people to dedicate his time to her career. But it's like, if she's kind of in the same spot, or she hasn't made as much, you know, she hasn't made as much progress, it's like, what is happening? What are you actually doing?
Right.
So it's a good thing to note. Pickens said, yeah, because we not hitting people at all. We don't play that DV. Right. Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah, it's inappropriate. But Ashmona said there's definitely a huge lack of accountability in both parts, but Kendra is out of pocket for hitting Wayne. They're both toxic. It's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, I agree for sure. Yeah, they both are kind of dodging accountability, but want the other to take accountability. So it's definitely giving that Spider-Man meme. Pickens also wants to highlight this comment. He answered our question. He would want her to make yams, hot water cornbread, pork chops, pork chop brisket. Okay, not a pork chop brisket. I ain't even heard that before. Oh, pork chops and brisket. Okay, I see. I'm like, pork chop brisket. What's that? Like, pork chops and brisket. Got you.
Eliminate the pork chops and give me
ribs.
No, I don't want ribs. I don't want a lot of red meat. So I would take maybe turkey, turkey, deep fried turkey, and brisket.
Ooh, I could do some grilled chicken with that.
Okay, I might have grilled chicken
or some catfish or something, maybe.
Okay,
you know. But oh, these are emojis. Thank you for the love, Blue Devil Babe. Ashley Monet responded with definitely the cornbread and the pork chops. Yes, good home Southern cooking.
Okay, now if the pork chops are smothered with just a bomb gravy and onions, then yeah, I can smash the pork chop.
Oh, see, we the opposite, because if that's happening, then you can keep them.
Oh yeah, baby, smother my pork chops. Absolutely smother it.
Maybe it's some hot sauce for me, but
outside, I could do if it's smothered, I could do a dab of hot sauce. Maybe 2 splashes, but yeah. Smother my pork chops and my chicken. Yes.
Okay. You know, I'm not a big gravy person. I don't really like gravy like that. I don't really like mashed potatoes like that either, to be honest.
Me either. I mean, I go for mashed potatoes. I can't front. But I don't really eat my mashed potatoes with gravy unless I'm in like a restaurant. But I
Okay.
eat more so eat gravy with like my rice, white rice, and
That
like
sounds better if I was to eat it.
gravy.
Yeah. But
Mm.
Pickens also said 7 and a serious case of convenient excuses. Yeah.
Goodness.
But they never answered the question of whether she was paying for everything for the what is it called, for the
Oh, the
speed
meat
dating
market.
event. Because I feel like that adds extra context. That adds like the context I need for that situation. Because if she was paying for everything, but then again, it's like maybe she still handled it wrong. Like maybe she barked at them, but little did she know, like Troy probably would have did it for free or would have volunteered to do it. But she maybe like got mad that maybe she thought that would be another charge. I don't know. We just don't have enough information about the situation. But knowing knowing Seven from the show, I can see accountability is lost on her for some reason. Um, hey Shannon, happy New Year to you as well. Thank
Yes,
you for
Happy New
being
Year.
here.
Thank you. It's
Um,
Good Friday.
yes, homosexual. And yes, I am Ray Serenity. Thank you for being
Yes,
here.
thank you
Good
for
to
being
see you,
here.
girl. Yes. Uh, wait, I'm sorry. No smother franchise. You can have that. I don't. There's something about the smother I don't really, because I don't really fuck with gravy like that. So it's
Okay,
like,
I respect
but
it. Y'all taste buds are off,
uh,
and I respect that. But
you said you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Like, you know what? I have my wrong opinion then. But yeah, did we have any other things we want to highlight? I did want to highlight a look.
yes, I do. Okay, that was next.
Um,
Best fit. So Tony, the scene with Jay, the
mhm,
multicolored dress. See, it's crazy because this scene I remember when we first started reviewing the season, and you mentioned like does Tony always do like the full glam, full beat?
mhm,
So to see her in this scene, and well, she did a scene where she was like fresh faced and she looked
yeah,
really good, and then this scene, like she looked really good. Just like I like for Tony, I like the dress
mhm,
she was having, body, like her face, the makeup was just like natural, and
right.
Tony's gorgeous. So I was just living for that the dress. I love the color. It was almost like
Wasn't
a
it part mesh
painting.
too? I was
Yeah,
for it. Yeah, I
I
liked it.
was living for the dress. It was a really cute dress.
Okay. Um,
Oh,
my look was so Dom, when he met up with, who did he meet up with?
this is a
My
Willa.
memory is, yeah, when he met up with Willa, um the confessional look. He had like the bubble, white bubble, almost like a
Mm-hmm.
bubble jacket, quilted jacket, but it was kind of puffy. And then
Mm-hmm.
he had the it was almost
Christian
like a,
Dior,
yes,
Franklin
backpack.
after hat,
I
baby.
said this is a fit that I could see the likes of Queen Latifah or Missy Elliott in. I said it's definitely giving soft stud chic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was here for it.
Not
You know he
soft
loves the
stud.
gender bend. So I was saying, okay, soft stud chic.
Not soft
Definitely.
stud. My
Soft
goodness.
stud of a certain age too. I feel like the
I
hat and the
really did
jacket
like that look.
combo, yes.
I like the hat and I like the chain that he decided to wear. Like I
Mhm.
like the coat, but I love the chain. So the hat, it was the hat and the chain for me.
Yeah.
Like Dom has been
Yeah, it's
turning
good.
out some looks like
He has.
this season. He's
Yes.
been turning out some looks.
I am not
Can
mad
we
at it.
talk about Twix pulling up to the housewarming event and that damn George Jefferson, Red Fox, the Rennes dude, a green
Yeah.
suit, like it
That
was kind of
line crazy.
giving. Is it Luigi or Mario? Which one is the green one?
Luigi.
Okay, it was giving Luigi. He should have just had the ass out.
Yes.
Twix. It was giving Luigi. He should have just had
He
the
should have
ass
had
out.
the overalls, but the ass, like the
The
little
ass should have been
compartment
out.
for the ass to be out. Okay.
I
I'm
forgot
here
there
for
was
it.
kids in the building, so never mind.
Where that? Oh,
Maybe he would
okay.
have
I
been
didn't
on
know
the
that.
list,
Oh,
and we don't need him on that list. But
child.
goodness, yeah, I said, shout out to Twix jumping on looking like a bag of money, baby.
Right?
He
You know
should
he's
have been dressed
killing
like
these
rerun
pantsuits.
from What's Happening.
Yes.
He should have gave a
I'm
rerun
here
scene.
for it.
Oversized flannel shirt, oversized like overalls, and then the Kangol, green Kangol.
Well, you can't see the body in the oversizedness.
True.
Yeah. He needs
But
a tight one
sometimes it's good
piece.
to like, the body's there,
Yeah.
but
It's
it's
poking
like
out.
layers of clothes. You know it's there, but it's just hidden under the layers of clothes. So like,
Okay.
sometimes that's the best. Somebody people don't think that you have a body. No mom's here on this new body, baby. Until these clothes come off. Okay. Like
Like when you see these clothes come off, baby, look,
where the ass come from?
it's a surprise. Like, oh my god, we
But
are so
speaking of, I wanted to go back to Toni because she turned out the fucking confessional look.
dope.
I said it was giving rich bitch. So the fur was giving rich bitch.
Oh, right.
The eyeliner was giving villain, super villain, and then the wig said Mr. Mr. Minicana. Wait, baby. I was looking for the professional look. I said, "Come through, Miss Toni." It's crazy because, like, I just the point that you made in an earlier review, like her fresh face and then her full beat, like she can do both. So shout out to Toni.
She can do both.
Mother Bryce.
Face card is not declining. I can see why she wants face.
Like snatch.
And is she legendary now? Because I feel like this. Remember the storyline of her not getting that, but then they say that they're like, oh, the legendary Toni. I think that's what Jay said when she sat down. So I'm like, did she get the legendary status?
I think he's giving her 10s.
Okay, not the official title though.
Because of that shit talkable. No shade, but
I cannot with you.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that was my last look. Just Toni turning out looks, Dom's train conductor hat and the white bubble jacket.
Yes.
Like, shout out to Dom and his I would have liked to see somebody wear that to the Renaissance concert. The white bubble jacket, the hat, and then maybe like some silver or sequins like bell bottoms and platforms.
Speaking of sequin pants, the pants that Jay had on when he met up with Toni, them pants was glistening, baby. And you know, I don't think you've seen the movie yet, but it's kind of given for anybody who's seen the new Color Purple movie. It's definitely giving the pants, them ugly pants that Mr. bought, just trying to talk to old girl, like Celie. I don't know why I say old girl, but yeah, it was definitely giving like shiny pants, like shiny disco pants from that movie. So shout out to you if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, those pants were sending me. I feel like since Renaissance, everybody's getting into this like silver, glittery, metallic type of look. So look at Bay's impact. Hey Chris Maxwell, thank you for being here and commenting. Yes, and feel free to like, guys, if you you're enjoying yourself.
Question: how do you feel about metallic contacts?
Oh, is that a thing? Is that allowed? Is that allowed?
Like, start a line of metallic color contacts.
Ooh, that's definitely gonna give like a Mortal Kombat tee for sure. It's definitely also gonna give a boo looking boy. Like it's definitely gonna give like a spooked a spooked vibe. Cause
maybe we can market them to certain Jamaicans and they can model them for us. I'm just saying, don't. I knew it was coming. My goodness. I'm just saying, maybe we could start metallic. Gan, you gotta come back in here, baby.
I can't with you. I can't. Like, not you throwing subs.
Maybe we can get a Jamaican man to maybe Safari Samuels and his fourth leg to model our metallic color contact.
Not the fourth leg in the bright contacts. That's scary. that's giving demonic, baby.
That is. This is Demon Time I don't want to be on right there. But yeah, audience, did y'all have a favorite, a favor? That is not favorite in Spanish. I don't know why I just said that. Do y'all have a favorite of the episode?
Favorite of the episode? I think I would say, let me just look through my notes again. I think my favorite of the episode would probably be, I don't know. I don't know. I thought I had it in my mind, but I'm like, I don't know. Who's your favorite?
Willa.
Okay. I could see that.
Just for the simple fact that she was cooking down for Drew. And Willa seems like just a really supportive and loyal friend. Like, I really enjoyed her sit down with Dom and how she said, like, she enjoyed, hanging out with Dom and, spending time with her like big brother. So, yeah, I just, I love Willa. I just think she's really down to earth. And just, I love that she's, excuse me, I love that she's not afraid to be vulnerable and transparent. And whatever she's going through, like, if it's like not too personal, she has no problem like sharing it with like the audience or with people on the cast. So yeah, I just adore Willow. Like, is she in slaying a wig? She in the cooking, she in the kitchen cooking. Like, who couldn't ask for like who wouldn't want Willow as a friend? Like, it's like, baby,
Right.
I'm about to come over with a bottle. Like, throw something in the oven real quick.
Yeah.
And while you at it, melt this wig down for me real quick. Like, come on, like
She is a woman of many talents. I do appreciate
many
that.
times. Yeah, I
And
adore
she
Willow.
does seem to genuinely care about the people in her life. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I wanna give a different one because I do love Willow, love her down. But you know what? I think I would say my favorite of the episode, maybe a little controversial. Let us know y'all faves. But I would probably say Seven. I think the two scenes that she had were good, and I feel like they kind of shed light on like, you know, a topic that isn't really talked about that much, um parents talking to their trans kids or their non-gender conforming or trans kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I also just liked, her having her housewarming and just like being surrounded by love. She's not my favorite, but I do love to see people get loved on, and I feel like through that they grow as a person. As long as you hold them accountable, they'll grow as a person with that love. So I will say that, she came back with her head on straight for right now. We don't know how it's gonna continue. She even addressed, the whole like situation with Troy and how like she was upset about it and hurt by it. And I'm like, okay, that's something. You didn't apologize, you didn't really take accountability, but you did give more, you gave more of an understanding of where you were coming from. You're talking about your feelings, which I feel like is progress, I guess. But yeah, I guess I would say she was my fave. I like the scenes that she
Hey,
was in. And I'm happy for her.
good.
Um
Okay.
she did say that I guess her coming back, I guess she said that people would have said that she would have been the one to win Drag Race, and I'm like, wait, what? What is happening? I'm like, I mean, you talented down, babe, but they're not drag queens, so I don't understand the relation. Like, but yeah, go off. Maybe she just meant like we knew she was gonna make it to the end. Maybe, I don't know. Um, but yeah, I was confused. I was in confusion. Um,
I'm confused now, man. Because I
very.
was also confused by that statement.
Um, Shout out to Will. Just wanted to say hey. Yeah, you're not late. We key in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate
Thank you for being
you.
here.
Um, oh my God, she picked up what you was putting down. Spicy
My
original.
goodness.
Get River to Molly, baby. Them blue contacts. You know what's crazy? When people don't have a beat face, but they just have the contacts, it's even scarier because it's just like it's like having like it's like having on like a beat face but no wig. It's just the like a buzz cut or something. It's like whoa. Um, but yeah, those contacts send me. Seven's speech was really sweet. I like the picnic date with Tonka and Kane too. Yes, I enjoyed that. And yeah, I just thought it was really sweet and sentimental. Had her mom crying, she was crying. Um, yeah, it was nice. Um, I think she really wants to be on Drag Race. I think she sees it as a way to get on. Yeah, I mean, quiet as it's kept. Hershey, shout out to Hershey Liqueur.
Yes.
On Drag Race now after
Mhm.
being on, a chasing reality platform. I think there's a queen from a show that Gemini Films produced too about drag queens. I forgot the name of it. I think it's
Oh,
called
about to
Life
say,
the Drag. I
mhm.
think one of the queens from there, I think she's also on Drag Race. So I think that's kind of cool that they've been looking at like these web series and like, choosing people from there. So, maybe she might end up on Drag Race. I would be happy to see her on there. Yes, she's manifesting it. Okay. Speaking it into existence.
Yes.
Um, did you have a least fave?
Everyone that was involved in the last scene of the episode.
Not everybody. You know
Everybody.
what it's kind of giving? You
What?
macing everybody. Not just one person, you macing everybody. Everybody in the
Yes, baby.
vicinity
I'm gonna
that
be
you
like
don't fuck
the
with.
server. They gonna order a bottle or some juice. I'm gonna have to mix under the tray. Just around the table, baby, and just run over. Just walk the fuck away.
You
Yes,
said
everybody
everyone
involved at
included.
the because like I think you said somebody in the comments said nobody really took accountability in the Wayne and Kendra situation.
Mhm.
Jatwan is trying to mediate, and he has his own fucking issues with people
Right?
that he
Like,
needs to
what the
fucking work
hell?
out. So yeah, that scene was a
Priorities,
mess.
baby.
Like I did like his fit though. The glasses that he had on were really,
Oh
really,
yeah.
really cute. But I was like, yeah, homeboy, like take care of your own problems. I think Twix said in the last episode, you got problems with everybody else, but you worried about like you worried about me.
You worried
So
about other people.
yeah, I found that weird. But yeah, did you have a least favorite?
I would probably say my least favorite. My least favorite is also Jay Twine. I'm sorry. He wasn't even really in the episode like that, and he didn't really do too much. But just the fact that he created all this fucking mess and got all these people like upset and running around and like aggravated about nothing. Um, I also feel like he is trying to do this whole like you went to therapy and now I feel like you're trying to like use the terms, you're trying to use them for your own game. Like you're trying to manipulate situations based off of like, oh, you're gaslighting me and you're doing this and you're doing that. And it's like, are they gaslighting you or do they just not fuck with you? Like
Mm-hmm.
people have a right to not fuck with you. That's not, I mean, you have a right to be upset about it, but it's not gaslighting. They just don't like you.
Right.
So um I definitely feel like that's somebody that keeps causing issues and they're not really bringing much to the show, to be honest. I know that one producer that did not want them to come back is like, I told y'all, I told y'all. Shit. Y'all
I
thought
was
I
thinking
was
about
playing.
that like at the beginning of that, at the start of this live. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, shady but kind of truthful. Like,
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I'm over it. But if you were to give this episode a letter grade, what are you thinking?
C.
Ooh,
Just
a
good
C.
scenes, but too much. Like you said earlier, he say, she say. Nobody's
Mm,
resolving any of the problems. Like I guess Wayne and Kendra, I don't even think they found some any type of resolution because Wayne left the table saying like, oh, she has to learn how to stop putting her hands on people. I mean, which is
like
true.
Grace.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna say C.
Okay.
C.
I'm gonna
What
say
about?
B minus, just
Okay.
because I did like the scene with Seven and her mom, and then the housewarming scene. I also like the date with King Kane and Tonka, even though his some problematic. We starting to see the cracks. We starting to see the red flags that are coming up. But it was just nice to see somebody on a date, doing
I
something
did
that
put that
wasn't
in my
draining.
notes because I feel like we don't really see a lot of dates on these shows. Like
Right.
we see like the cast members and like their partner, but we don't really see them
Going
like
on dates, talking about the
yeah.
relationship. Yeah.
Baby, shout out to the
So,
shit we do for love.
right. Well, when everybody's allegedly having, I mean, whose
True,
man is it? Your
true.
man is my man. Like,
My
whose
goodness, I forgot that
whose
they
man
said
is it?
Kane had like 3/4 of the cast.
Oh,
Baby.
well, come on, new
I
bodies.
feel like that's why JL Moore is really, really, really upset.
Probably. It's definitely giving fury. It's definitely giving.
Acrimony, baby.
Oh,
My goodness.
hopefully he don't show up on a boat in the middle of a middle of the ocean with a Brazilian blowout and an axe. Like ready to chop bitches up. Hopefully that don't happen.
Like,
But
he should show with the wig that he wore this season. That thin ass.
yes, that side
Yes.
shave, yes, here for it. Y'all know he giving sexy red. Like I
Oh my
live.
goodness.
Spicy Original said it was better than the ice cream day. I forgot all
Very
about
true.
that day. That day was entertaining though.
It
Look at that ice
was.
cream, baby. I
They said there was
said,
no chemistry. He was looking the fuck out of that ice cream cone.
right,
Yeah, what was his day? Was in a hoochie daddy shorts. I'm like,
right, like wearing that all white. Hopefully
right.
that must have been before Labor Day because it's peak summer. But yeah, I looking at ice cream, I was just like, that's kind of a power move. I might the next day I go on, I might lick some ice cream
My
just to see what it
goodness.
gives. Just to show. Oh my god. But
What? Goodness.
I'm getting paid, Troy. So technically you're wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Goodness. You're a pay whore. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't that what Boots so crazy on Flavor of Love? If I'm gonna be a hoe, I'm gonna be a pay hoe.
I
When I
mean,
was younger, it didn't make sense. With the other, I did. Okay, boo. Look, okay,
listen,
Larissa, you might have been on to something. You might
baby,
have been
I'm
on
not
to
at the
something.
Hilton. I'm not at the Hilton, baby. I'm at the Four Seasons, mama. Like, what Nikki say? I'm at LA Rodeo Drive. I'm in New
Oh
York
my
Madison Ave,
goodness.
baby. I'm in the places. But
Goodness.
did you want to get into the drama?
Yeah, the drama.
The
So we
First of
know
all, thank you
King
for everybody
Kane.
that's here.
How
Sorry
long
to
has
cut
it
you off,
been
but
since King Kane opened shoot the Chasing Universe with that live? About a month, 3 weeks,
I
2 weeks.
want to say it's been a month. It's been at least 3 weeks. I want to say, but yeah, that's what kicked all of this off. Um,
So now not to be messy, and this is also Chasing related, but did y'all see the scrap audience? Have y'all seen the scrap with Rico Cassadine tussling with, I guess, the guy that his ex-boyfriend cheated on him with at Bulldogs in Atlanta, baby?
Jesus. Well, first of all, shout
The
out to TTB for dropping that tea.
mm-hmm.
I feel like he should just start a 24-hour news cycle of just like all the stuff that's happening
Facts.
throughout the
Honestly,
universe.
if
'Cause
TTB wanted to, he could become like the CNN of like the web series.
yes, yes,
Breaking, baby.
right. But from
Goodness.
behind the news desk and have like all the minors in the
I'm here for
background
that, baby. What is the
and a
all
kooky
that skit
wig.
with Lori Beth Denberg when she was behind the newscaster?
Oh yeah,
Baby,
yeah.
spazzing. Okay, I would be here for that. I would be here for
But
that.
yeah, the whole I mean, all the lives have been exhausting. People talking about people's dead siblings and
Mm-hmm.
people, it's just a lot going on. But like you said, I did see the whole issue with I did see the fight between Rico and I guess Rico's man's or ex's side piece, I guess. Child, the girls are spiraling. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the Atlanta water. I don't know what's happening, but we
Yeah,
need Imani Van Zant back.
we do.
we
I
we
said
need her back.
between Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp interview,
Hmm.
Cassadine, Tussa in the Streets, and something else happened like a few days ago.
Hmm.
2024 is off, baby. This is crazier than 2020 at this point. This
Baby,
is literally 2020 2.0.
we going off the deep end for sure.
5 days into the year, and I was
Hmm.
like, this is nonsense. But yeah, I'm on board with you, Damon. The lives following King Kane's life, like no shade. I'm just not. I don't really do lives, and I probably should.
Me
Seeing that
either.
I review shows, but I just don't. 90% of the time, I join a live, there's somebody yelling at their phone. So it's like I just never see myself being so upset to where I'm screaming at my phone because
Right.
it's one is making me look crazy, and like I'm only gonna get more upset because like I can't physically like touch you. So if
Right.
somebody's yelling at their phone, I instantly exit the live. Um, Also, this is like no shade to like our audience because we love you guys, and this is no shade to like any of the personalities that like these shows that we review, but like anything that's not involved, like if it didn't air on the show, then we don't really. Let me say, Key and Carrie, we don't really. I know we just talked about the Rico tussle, but that's chasing
Hmm.
like related, but we don't really the lives and the all of that personal stuff, like the stuff that's happening off the show. We don't really like review. In my head, I feel like it opens up a doorway for negativity to
Baby, this show, the
yeah
whole show
to
is
just like keep the
the
door open, and
show.
then it's just a bunch of like negative shit. I just don't want to have a platform where it's people arguing and yelling at each other or people yelling in the comments. So
Right.
like we refrain from reviewing or talking about a lot of stuff just because the energy that surrounds these topics is just negative. Excuse me, is negative, and we just don't really want that for our channel. So again, no shade. to any of the shows that we review or any of the production companies whose content we review or any of our audience members. We just try to stay Key and Carrie. We just try to stay as far away from drama like as possible. So again, like if anybody wants to do an interview preceding like the next episode of Chasing or the season finale of Chasing, come aboard. You know, we'll always drop that link, baby. But when it comes to lives and people arguing on lives and people beefing and disrespecting their siblings, we don't open that door, Key and Carrie. So
I'll say this. I personally feel like I'm I mean, like if I see something, I'll mention it, but like you said, I don't really be in the lives like that either. Like, so to me, it's just kind of like if I don't know, I don't know, because I didn't watch the lives.
mhm.
I feel like everybody goes live, and then it's just more time I'm dedicating to this when I have other things to do. What did Jay say in the episode? Like, I got shit to do. Like, so I can't necessarily be like watching all these lives and stuff. So I agree with what you're saying. And I do think it does open up the door to even more negativity. Um, but I do feel like at the same time, like it's kind of related to the show. It's not completely separate, I guess you could say, especially since he talked about the whole like his relationship and like being cheated on, and the guy was on the show. So, it's not
Right.
like it's completely unrelated. But yeah, I agree with you. Like if it's not connected to the show, like we probably not gonna touch on it. But yeah, like I said, I feel like the girls are spiraling. I feel like it's sad to see because I feel like Chasing Atlanta is almost kind of like the grown up. I've always seen it as like more of a grown up version, or it's morphed into a grown up version of like Gemini Films to Come Up, because there are usually older people on Chasing Atlanta or Chasing Reality, and then there tends to be younger people on Gemini Film series, which is kind of similar. But it's just kind of sad that like and I don't like to put a number on anybody's growth and say, oh, you're too old to act like this. But I do feel like at some of their ages, it's like you would think they would be more, especially people that are trying to be in entertainment and create content and things like that. You would think they would be more conscious of their, and I hate to say this, but their brand, their image, they would be more like, okay, I'm not going to do that because I know that's going to lead to this. These people have things to lose.
Right.
And they're acting like they don't. So it's just like, it's kind of a head scratcher to me because it's just like, is it that serious? Like, why can't you just let it go?
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they was squabbling at Bulldogs. I was just like, yikes. Yeah, I don't even have nothing to say.
I'd be feeling bad for the security guards because me being a grown ass man, I'm not trying to break up a fight between two other grown ass men. So, like, if y'all gonna fight, I guess take that shit elsewhere. But
I feel like where was they at like before they even started fighting? Like, I feel like this didn't just come out of nowhere. It didn't seem like it came out of nowhere. Maybe it did, but like I feel like you could probably hear them arguing, and then I feel like they were late to like intervene and kind of de-escalate the situation. But I would also be annoyed trying to break up two grown-ass men from fighting. Anybody from fighting.
True. And Bulldog's small as fuck, so
yes,
that's another thing. Like
shoulder to shoulder, chest to chest. I was gonna say something else, but no, but yeah.
But yeah, we just hope the good people, or let me say the cast members of Chasing Atlanta, can get your shit together. And that's no shade. It's just like we said, it's just been a lot of just disrespect and yelling and anger, and I mean, I don't want to promote violence, but I just feel like y'all all live in Atlanta. Like, why are you yelling?
What is the motive? I think I get what you're saying. Like, what is the point? Like, especially when you live in the city. But I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of like a tit for tat thing now, and like people go live because they can. And I know somebody said, I forgot who it was, but I heard somebody say like people, I feel like you have to have thicker skin to be on reality TV. Like, of course, people shouldn't be, sending you death threats and like all of that type of stuff.
Right.
But like, I feel like people are gonna have their opinions, and I feel like with this show, for some reason, this season in particular, people hear stuff and then they get in their feelings and they want to go on live, and it's like, is it that serious? Like, can't you just take that on the chin and move accordingly? Like, I don't know. To me, the lives going live all the time, and then I feel like it's ruining the show because I feel like it's taking attention away from the show.
Yeah. You essentially
Yeah.
spoil the show. So like I think we said this in a previous review. We just kind of feel bad for like the production team at Chasing, because they put in so much effort and time and work until like the season, and then just
Right.
for it to kind of just fall to shambles like the mid halfway through the season is unfortunate, especially considering like this is the last season. And then
Right.
I know a lot of people hold, like you said, a lot of people hold Chasing as like superior, almost like the top tier kind of web series as far as like production and characters and like storylines. So
Yeah.
to see like the cast or like the show where everybody put up here, and just to have like certain cast members kind of degrade it and just kind of trash it, and
It's like they're wasting their opportunity.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. So we feel bad for Andario. Let me say I feel bad for Andario, that as a content creator and producer and through all the hours of editing, that like this was the outcome of like his baby.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I feel like so many people on this show, like there are maybe 2 people who have been on like larger platforms, but like as of right now, as far as I know, like most of the people on the show, like this is the largest platform you've been on. Like, so it's like, why waste the opportunity? It's like this is your chance to kind of, reach potentially, 90. I think they're at like 90K right now, and potentially more because they get more views than they have subscribers. But like at least 100,000. At least one of these episodes is gonna hit 100,000, and they all collectively have exceeded 100,000. So it's just like all of these people are watching, and this is when I see you, if I see you on Instagram or if I see you at the club, or if I like, this is what I'm thinking of. I'm not thinking about how you're a great singer or how you can, you're a great designer, your products that you have. Like, I'm thinking about the drama. So it's just crazy that it hasn't clicked for them, that it's just like, this is my chance to show the world who I am professionally, So it's a waste of an opportunity. It's unfortunate. I feel bad for Andario. He seemed very tired. Just very over it. So let me highlight a couple comments. Spicy said, "Oh yeah, we saw it. we saw the fight. We saw the battle. Bulldog's got to be a secret fight club or something. Somebody always slumping over there. You know what? I think is probably similar to the Woodward. I feel like it's so small. Like, and it's no shade to the Woodward or Bulldogs, but it's just small, and I feel like people bumping into each other. There's not many places to go. So if you run into that bitch you can't stand, y'all get close enough, y'all probably gonna start fighting. Now they should have some self-restraint as grown adults, but that's my guess. But yeah, maybe that's why the the security was so damn rough, pulling hair and mushing people.
True. And
they
then I'm like, it's Atlanta. It's Bulldogs like the only like gay like bar club down there. Like,
that's what somebody was saying on the live that TTB did. Like, there's not a lot of I guess there's not a lot of clubs, which you would think there would be, because it's like people refer to it as like the black gay mecca. So you would think there would be a lot of clubs to go to, but
so they making room for these MLK fuck parties, but they ain't got room for
child, that's why that's why the clubs don't exist, baby. That's why the clubs don't exist. The clubs are at somebody's apartment.
Let us know in the comments how y'all plan on celebrating MLK Day. Are y'all working, barbecuing?
I want to leave this live so bad, but you know what? I'm a trooper.
I'm just curious.
Not MLK weekend.
Celebrate MLK Day. MLK weekend. I'm sorry. Because I know it's
MLK
a 3-day weekend
weekend.
for y'all. So for y'all 9 to 5 people, for
Mm,
most 9 to 5 people, especially y'all
I
corporate
cannot.
people. Let us know in the comments how y'all plan on celebrating that 3-day weekend.
Ooh, you gonna be corporate on corporate on Friday and doing your little dance on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, baby.
So maybe Tuesday. Who knows? Got a little liquor in me. Anyway, I digress. Because
Oh my god.
I don't need
Um,
my coworkers trying to give me a breathalyzer when I walk into work. MLK
jeez.
weekend.
But yeah. Let me highlight another comment. They need to be more self-aware, definitely. Yeah, I just feel like there's a lack of self-awareness. Like they don't know what they have. But I love you guys' channel because it's light and fun. You're honest without being mean and malicious. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we try. Like, I don't know. I just don't. I just like the older I get, the less I'm like. I mean, I was never like a mean person, but like I don't know. I'm just like, let's let's be more positive about
Right.
things. I guess like I don't want to dwell in like negativity or
Right.
like the draining negativity.
Hmm.
You know.
I
Um.
guess my philosophy is back what you you get back what you give out. So if I give out positive energy and good vibes, I feel like I get that back in return. I mean, it might not. It might not. Damn, I'm talking like Mama D. Now, my goodness,
My
it
goodness, we
might
both
not that
struggling
you
with the
think,
English
but she do. My goodness, but
language.
it might not always happen that way. Is what I'm trying to say. But I don't let
Mhm.
it affect me. I'm just big on energy and good energy and positive vibes. Like,
Right.
um, yeah, I just feel like being an asshole. First of all, it ages you. Being so mean and nasty and negative all the goddamn time, like
Yeah.
it ages you horribly. Nobody has time for that. So yeah, I'm all about good vibes, energy,
Period.
and smiles.
um, the scene was a mess all around. Yeah, it was a lot. Did somebody had a bar stool? They was tussling on the ground outside. I said, not y'all rolling around on the ground.
Right.
This
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of when they like talk about fighting. They're like, we can roll around in the grass or something like that. We can tussle on the grass. I'm like, y'all
You know what's
tussling on
crazy? I
concrete.
just saw a fight from Now That's TV network. Two girls from Now That's TV. Now That's TV network, and they was rolling around on the ground. The
Mm-mm-mm.
girl, Nas. You know how Nas give it up. But yeah, Nas.
A mess. I
I just wanted
cannot.
to because I really like Rico Casadon, so I hope that whatever he is like going
Yeah.
through, he finds like peace. Because he's
Right.
really entertaining. Like
Mm-hmm.
Casadon is
He's
naturally
very
entertaining.
funny,
So
entertaining.
yeah,
Yeah.
I hope that wherever he's going through, he can overcome it and just let like his positivity and his craft and his creativity just guide him and lead him. Because like you never know where it'll take him. Like I hate to say this, but like these people are like you said, like for some of these people, this is like the largest platform that they've been on. So
Right.
like Oliver, has worked with Maddie and he's been on WeTV. So you never know if any like executives from WeTV or any of like the sister or parent networks are watching Chasing to see like, oh, this person is interesting. Like we could use him
Right.
as a stylist, or this person is a host. Let's get him on the red carpet for this. So like it's about being smart and wise about like the decisions you make, because you never know like really who's watching. Like
Yeah, it makes people not want to work with you because they see the show and they're like, "Oh, is that how you act in
mm-hmm.
real life?" Like,
Yeah, so that's why I said, baby, if I'm on Chasing, I'm chasing. Of course, there's gonna be drama and it's gonna be people that I don't like because that's just life. So just to
mhm,
dwell on that and that be your everyday life. Oh, I don't like this bitch. And guess what this bitch did? It's just draining. Like,
very
you know,
that. I feel like the cast gives, like a lot of people on the cast gives that person that you see, like every time you see them, they're like, and then I gotta talk to you about how I got into it with this bitch. And well, like, there's always like drama in their life, and it's just kind of like,
mm-hmm.
okay,
That's a couple of my
like,
coworkers.
yeah, it's always a coworker.
It
It's
is
always
always
a
a co
coworker.
baby, and it's always the fake coworker. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna go to her, and I know you want to leave, but just bear with me. I know you want to leave. It's always the fake.
I cannot,
It's
not the
like
fake.
go away from me with this Apollo. My goodness.
Ooh,
But
actually, what I
mhm.
said, it was Rico saying nothing with nothing was wrong with his face, and he didn't get beat up. To there's a little scratch on the forehead. To his lip isn't swollen. Well, maybe a little bit. He's hilarious. Yeah, that live was wild. The live after that was, yeah, I was just kind of like, Rico, you are so funny. You don't need this. Like, uh, I know everybody got their demons, everybody got their issues. Nobody's perfect, but
Mm-mm.
yeah, it was unfortunate to see that he has, people have gotten the best of him, I guess. But
Somebody put that in. I think it was a comment on TTB. Like people troll Rico because they know it's easy to like get under his skin, and I feel like if you just
yeah,
hate it, that's gonna like piss that person off
right.
even more. So it's just learning how to pick when and how to pick your battles. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah.
No,
Like
for
I said,
real.
I adore Rico Cassadine. I think he's super talented. Yes, we interviewed him for what was that Halloween weekend, I
We
think,
did. Yep.
and he
Mm-hmm.
was like a sweetheart, like super
Yeah.
easy to
Yeah.
talk
Super
to,
cool.
like. So yeah, I really like Cassadine. I hope he can like just get his head in the game and just put on because like he's super talented. I don't want his like demons and his like problems to overtake like put him in a dark spot. Let me just say that.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, it's just sad to see that he has so much potential, but like it's kind of going outside. He's going
Mm-hmm.
outside at this point. But yeah, I just hope that he gets some sort of peace, I guess you could say. I want that for everybody on the show because I feel like everybody's kind of going through it. Not everybody, but a lot of people are going through it. But but yeah, I mean that's pretty much been it. Yeah, he got into a fight with his ex's side. I guess Rico was trying to leave from what I like gathered from the live. He did, and then the TTB he was on live with him too. So yeah, I don't know. I guess he was trying to leave, but he was on the dance floor. But then I guess when he was leaving, they were there. I don't know. um, but
Where's
yeah,
she
it's
at? She on the
unfortunate.
flow. That's what should have happened.
Listen, I
Goodness.
don't know. I'm having trouble trying to even recall what exactly happened because it's just a lot. But we look forward to just other things that we're gonna do. I'm not sure what Chasing Reality has in store content wise. If they're ending the show, I don't know what else they're gonna put out. I'm assuming they have a plan, so I'm excited to see what they are going to do. We'll obviously be here still reviewing and, talking about their content. Also look out for The Dolls produced by Gemini Films.
Yes.
Our good Judy, Gemini Films. But yeah, I'm excited to see that show.
Yes.
If you are interested in seeing like the lives of trans people, trans women,
Mm-hmm.
that's the focus. So I'm curious to see that happen. Hopefully, I'm thinking we might be able to get someone of trans experience on to review the show with us. Not set in stone yet, but hopefully we're able to do that so we can get that perspective on because
Mm-hmm.
obviously we can't really speak to that. But yeah, I'm excited to review the shows of the future. Come Up is still a thing. Probably do like a season wrap up or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just excited for like this year. I'm really going into this year with a. Last year I was more focused on like my 9 to 5, like going into
Hmm.
like 9 to 5 with just positive energy and just being focused on like progressing in my job, and I feel like I did that. So I feel like this year I want to put that energy into like this channel, into this podcast, into like just growing it and just making like new connections and putting out new
Hmm.
content and
Right.
reviewing new content. Even if it's outside of like the web series world, like mainstream movies or other television shows. I'm just excited to see like what 2024 brings for like King Carey. And again, I want to thank like our audience for always like coming through and chopping it up with us. Like
Yes, we love
I
y'all and
personally feel
appreciate
like
y'all.
2023 was like a really good year for us because I feel like
Hmm.
2021 2022 always was like consistency, consistent, and then
Hmm.
2023 like last year we did it. So I
Yes.
feel like for at least 7 to 8 months we had a live video for every week.
Hmm.
for a show that we reviewed. So hopefully we could take that energy into 2024, into 2025,
Right.
and yeah, just continue to key and carry with us.
Yes.
And
Look out for more content.
yes, thank you guys
Um,
for chopping it up with us. You know, whenever we go live, y'all come through, especially like at the crazy midday hours or
right.
when we just
Yes.
hit the live button, y'all come through, and so we really, really, really appreciate you guys for all of y'all support and y'all love, and just fucking with us. We
Yes.
really just be on here rambling most of the
Uh,
time. A lot of the
being
time.
fools. But yeah, did you still want to maybe take a caller, or did you want to include someone in the live, or did you want to maybe
Uh,
say that for another day? How are you feeling? Not to put you on the spot, because I feel like I kind
mm.
of did.
You could drop the link. You could drop the link.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna drop the link so anybody who wants to give their, chat us up for a little bit, give
Mhm.
your thoughts on the season episode as a whole. Um, yeah, what you're into. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. But
Yeah.
so the way that this show is going now, do you think that there should have been a reunion, or do you think it's good that there is no reunion now because of all the drama and animosity that's come from?
I kind of want a reunion just
Okay.
because I feel like once the season wraps, everybody's gonna be going live for like 2 to 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
like talking about like how the season, like what happened throughout the season. So I feel like they should have a reunion so everybody can say their final piece, and there really won't be any more. Let me say there won't be too many lives like after the season wraps, but a
Oh,
part of me doesn't want a reunion because I know like it's gonna be nothing but like just arguing and fights. So I
right.
just don't want that for the production team and for the host, to pay money for a venue and then we can't really use it because there's so much hostility. So I'm
Right.
50-50.
They need that
Like
deposit.
right.
Like,
Like I still think back to the come up with the Gemini films to come up New York. I think season 2, the reunion, when they only filmed for like 30 minutes and had to
oh
shut
yeah,
down.
and got kicked out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So
Um, yeah, I just feel like people don't shouldn't let the show get the best of them. But they do. And I know, the drama that happens isn't just for the show. It's, it becomes real life. But yeah, I think this just shows like people need to be able to have like self-control and manage their emotions enough to, not let people get the best of them. But I wish that they did have a reunion just to like clear it's the last season. So it's just kind of like why not have a proper send off? But if people can't do that, I also get that because
mhm.
it might be draining. The cops might be called, and you might lose out on money because you rented out a space and you only got to use it for like an hour, 30
Right.
minutes. Um, I also want to say it seemed like I don't know, I might have missed it, but it seemed like the sit down with Wayne, Berlin, Kendra, and JT. I feel like I didn't see it, but was there any alcohol? Did you see any alcohol at the table? I know they had that juice out of them
I didn't.
them flutes. So I didn't know if didn't see the alcohol, but I was like, shout out to them for having to sit down and not including alcohol, like just sober talking. I feel like
Mhm.
that's super nice.
Yeah, I didn't see
Um,
any alcohol. Not to mention it. I thought
yeah,
they were drinking like mimosas for some reason, but I'm
that's
like,
what
you
I
don't
thought, but I didn't see the
put
champagne.
Tropicana. Yeah, you don't put Tropicana in the goddamn champagne. But
Right,
yeah,
but
shout out to them for sipping on that Tropicana, baby.
Ashley Monet said, "Will we ever do reality TV?" I would not. I can't deal with the antics. It's just I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of person. It's kind of crazy that I like do the show because it's just like I'm more of a behind the scenes like you know
Mm-hmm.
editing or doing some type of content creation behind the scenes. So I would definitely love to work on a reality TV show in that capacity, but being on the show like as a person, like as a cast member. Mm-mm.
I
What
think
about you, Troy?
I would do it. It just depends on what show it
Okay.
is. if it's nothing on Now That's TV.
Oh,
Um,
child.
yeah, it
You
just
got to come
depends on
with
what
your
show it's
mouth
on.
guard, baby.
My goodness, definitely. Yeah, it just depends on what show it is. I would have loved to have did like The Real World, like
Okay.
when I was in like, I don't even think it was still airing in my school, but yeah, I would have loved to have did The Real World or College Hill.
Ooh, College Hill. That would have been interesting.
Baby, College Hill would have been, especially if I was on that South Beach season with Sammy Davis
I
Jr.
already.
Mm-hmm. Replace me with Kyle.
I
Replace
think
me
I
with
might
that
have.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Re-
Not with the Maggie.
Replace me with that Maggie. And yeah,
I cannot with
that season
you.
would have been
Who
lit.
you is carrying today? But I might want to be on the Atlanta season. It was boring, but the people were cute.
Yes, the Atlanta season was very attractive.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
might want
I
to be
would
on that.
do old school reality. I wouldn't do like
Yeah, this new
anything
shit is.
2017 moving forward. I wouldn't do 2015 to maybe 2000. Really, anything that's like 2006 to maybe 2012,
2011.
2013,
Yeah,
2011,
I could see that.
2011.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to choose a web reality show to be on, like you have to choose one, which one would you choose? I think I would probably choose The Circle. Not gonna
I would
lie.
also say The Circle. Actually, I would say The Heights.
The Heights. Okay.
I would say The Heights.
Actually, yeah, I would choose The Circle. I mean, it's not as consistent as I would like it to be, but I do like the docu style that they
Mm-hmm.
have, and I feel like it's a little more grounded.
Yeah, their cast is a bit more mature than
Hmm.
I feel like than a
Yeah.
lot of other web series casts.
And you said you would do The Heights. Yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
could see that.
I would
Yeah,
do
because they are about business somewhat.
it.
I don't know why I did this somewhat, but shit.
Yeah, shout out to The Heights.
She also asked, will we ever do any non-LGBTQIA plus shows? I think so. I think we should eventually break out into something else. I kind of want to, yeah, I kind of want to branch out into other stuff, maybe some more movie reviews. We used to do movie reviews. They're
Mm-hmm.
still on our channel, so if you want to see something that's not a web reality show, check those out. We've done Bad Hair. We've done
Ooh, the
His
40-year
House.
version.
We
I
did
forgot
40-hour
about His
version.
House.
Yeah, we did a couple of black movies, so
And
feel
then
free
we
to check
did
those
the
out.
miniseries Swarm on Amazon
We
Prime.
also did Swarm. Yeah, we did Swarm as well.
That was really
So
good. So if I would definitely recommend that show, Swarm. Dominique
mhm,
Fishback,
yes,
stellar actress,
can't wait to
amazing
see more of
actor.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that was an era for us. I remember that. But
Yes, baby, when we was back there, just I honestly
learn
wouldn't
how
change it for the world.
me
Our
either.
struggle,
Yeah, it's the
I
journey.
like honestly, baby, the Filming Pro app. Let
Hmm.
me tell y'all how we started off, fucking Key Carry, baby. Literally reviewing or recording on your camera, and then
Hmm.
I had to buy a camera, and the camera I bought was for photography, not for like videography. How
Video.
do you pronounce it for video? So it's like, oh, I gotta take this back and get another camera. And then it was like, oh, let's use my phone because my camera on my phone is better.
Hmm.
So we would record for like 40 minutes to an hour. And it's like, bitch, how the fuck do we get this big ass clip off my phone to your computer? So it was just a whole process. Like
Right.
it was
It was a
crazy.
mess.
Like, and
Yeah.
then it just progressed and it got so much easier for us just from like researching other like content creators and just researching like just different cameras and different like ways to record and like all of that. So like the past 4 years, like the struggle from so whenever y'all hear me say Filming Pro app or Simple Transfer, just know I'm referring to the Stone Age
The
time of King
struggle,
Carey.
baby.
Baby, listen,
The struggle and the
the
scammer.
struggle. Like, oh my gosh, we will literally be trying to upload a clip to them
For the
like this. Like,
longest.
I'll
Yeah.
just come back tomorrow.
Right. Right. I'm
Like
done.
it's two
I'm
o'clock in
done
the
with the whole
morning.
franchise. Like,
We like I don't think we have another hour for this upload. So yeah,
right.
just thank you guys for like just again, starting with us from the struggle and
Right.
just
Right.
coming up with this and bearing with this, because now literally I could just like set up my iPad or my phone and just press go live, and the video just uploads to YouTube automatically. There's
Right.
no transfer
Yeah.
of files or anything like that anywhere. So
So much. So we got delivered from that for sure. Definitely got delivered from that nightmare. But Ashley also asked, did we see the Cat Williams interview? I have not. I'm actually about to watch it after we get off this live because I see it's gained a lot of views and it's
yes.
always in my recommended. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need
I've
to
seen
cue on that.
snippets of it. I'm definitely gonna watch the whole interview while I'm eating my breakfast in the
Mm.
morning. That's how I'm gonna start off my Saturday. Messy as hell.
Ooh. Let me know how it ends if you're gonna start it like that. Let me know how it ends if that's how you start it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I get it. Everybody, enjoying their Friday. So but we'll continue to extend the invitation to come on, when we
Mhm.
feel like it, I guess. But yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. Thank you for everybody that came
Yes.
through. Everybody that liked, people were in the chat. And shout out to Andario for making the show. It may
Mhm.
not be this part of the show may not be ending the way he wants it to end, but he did create something substantial. So
Right.
never
And
forget
it's
that.
6 seasons in, and he has 2 other franchises that
Right. And he's almost at 100K.
mm-hmm.
100,000 people to be subscribed to. Most people don't even make it to 1K, I heard.
Right.
So we're halfway there. So um
You're already halfway there. Halfway
halfway.
there. Remember that SpongeBob episode, baby?
Yes.
Underestimated.
Was that when they were delivering the pizza?
I think that's when him and Sandy were racing, and he had that damn track and started
Oh.
skipping.
Oh yeah,
Where'd
yeah.
you say that, SpongeBob? I said I'm already halfway there. It's
Oh
halfway there.
yeah.
It's halfway there.
I
Baby,
can't.
SpongeBob was the key.
Right? That deep cut. My
Yes.
goodness. But yes, thank y'all for keying with us on this Good Friday.
Mhm.
Hopefully y'all have a good Friday, whether you're going out or chilling at home. Please stay safe. And yeah, enjoy the new year. Um, this has been Key and Carrie, where we key.
And we carry.
I'm Damon,
I'm Troy.
and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good night, y'all.